Alright, I'm gonna make this video again. Last video I put is, I said at the end about being the leader and establishing yourself with the dogs as the leader, but I didn't really quite tap into how to go about doing that, and that's my fault. And that's, as trainers and people that are trying to teach other people, we got to be responsible for actually getting the message across, which in this case these videos are really helping me out a lot, because I have to be accountable for what I tell somebody else to do with their dog. Being able to do it is one thing, being able to tell somebody how to do it is something totally different. And as a trainer or anybody that teaches somebody something, you have to know how to present it to them so they can learn. As far as a trainer is you can present something to somebody that they can understand and learn from. So with that said, what I'm going to do today with Shadow here, Shadow, when she came, she has a litter mate that she lives with, and she is very aggressive towards that other dog, and that dog is mutually aggressive towards her. But the owners have sent her to me, investing in their dog, which is great, and I love to see. And we've done a lot with Shadow, and a lot of it is kind of unconventional stuff that you wouldn't really ever do with another dog. But you know, a lot of this we would do as a puppy, but she's past the puppy stage. So I'm going to show you what I would do if I was to walk in, just like when I got Shadow the first time, to establish myself as the leader. The first thing we're going to do, and it's usually she's not going to be paying attention to me like this when it's the first time. The biggest thing with Shadow is you couldn't hold her, you couldn't pick her up. She would growl, she would get really irritated. You couldn't do anything with her. And one of the first things I do with dogs, and when I do it, I don't want you to think that I'm being mean to them. I'm not being mean to them. I don't know if you've ever seen a dog fight, but nothing I can do to this dog is really going to hurt it bad enough to equivalent to a dog fight. I mean, horses kick each other, we tap them, and we think that's mean. This is not mean, and if you think so, then don't do it, but this is what works for me. So the first thing I would do with Shadow, and I cannot stress safety enough, even your little baby dogs at home that you think are the most precious, nicest, everything in the world, that would never bite anybody, you walk up to that dog and you grab them by the back of the neck and press their face down to the ground, not hurting them, but just holding them. You will be surprised how many dogs that you think are so great will bite you. I mean, and I ain't kidding. I've been bit by the nicest dogs in the world, but they're defending themselves. So the first thing I would do is Shadow here. The first thing I would do with her, just like when I got her, I couldn't even get my hands close to her face without trusting her. So I would grab her face and I'd get control of her face. Now I'm not squeezing, I'm not hurting her. And the next thing I would do is I'd keep my hand here and keep a hold of her. And all I'm doing is keeping that mouth shut. You can put a muzzle on them, just as long as you stay safe doing it. And the next thing I do is actually go down to the ground. And Shadow's already been through this. She knows what's going on. She's fine with it. But at first she was not fine with it. Is I would grab just back here, not pulling or pressing or pinching or anything like that. Just take a hold of her, just like I got a hold of her neck, and I'd have control of her face, and I would hold her down. Shadow is fine with this now. But if you try it with your dog at home, you might find that you might have one heck of a fight on your hands. Once you get them to this point, and what you're looking for is to get them just to relax and be comfortable down here. Most dogs don't like you over top of them, holding them down or pressing on them. So with Shadow, we've done a lot of work down here, getting her comfortable. And at this point, a dog that don't like other dogs once I got good at this stage, I would have other dogs come up to her while she was on her back. And that's making her trust me as the leader, that I am the leader, and even though this dog is over top of you and could hurt you, you trust me that I am not going to allow that to happen. So that's kind of where this comes in. And if you ever watch other dogs, if to establish the pecking order, another dog will come up to another dog and they will stand over top of them, and the other dog will submit, and that's what we're doing. We are the other dog. So what I like to do is, like Shadow, is get her down here, get her between my legs. I'm not sitting on her or pressing on her, I'm just over top of her. And this actually still might make any dog nervous. And the better she got at it is I'll get down here right in her face, and like I said, this hand to protect yourself. I know it looks like we're wrestling, but and it might look goofy, but it works. I promise you it works. Is I always make sure that this cannot get to my face, and that's where this hand always stays right here. And I just get her down and pet her and let her know it's alright. And you'll find that most dogs will fight you tooth and nail to get out of this position, and we just want to get her comfortable right here. Once she's comfortable here, have other dogs come up. Jolen's phone's ringing. Have other dogs come up just like right here. Jack, come here. Jack, come here. Come here.
Hold on, he's on my, okay.
Jack, come here. And just like this. See the look and everything. If you can see Shadow's face, her look, her demeanor, everything changed when that dog came. She don't really care for it much. She don't like other dogs like that. And Jack especially, because he's really busy and kind of annoys her. But if this was 3 weeks ago or so, this dog would have tore Jack up and me up. But she's comfortable now with another dog coming up here and being over top of her and being dominant, just like this. And the reason being is that Shadow is not the leader anymore. I'm the leader. I'm here to protect her from Jack. Jack, go away now. So that's how I established the leadership. Like I said, be careful, because you might think that you have the nicest dog in the world, but when you grab a hold of their neck and try to press them to the ground, you will find that a lot of them will try to bite you. And all you want is just to grab a hold of them and be able to just
Jack,
put them
come
down
here.
and let them relax. Jack, quit. Jack wants to play. He's all wound up. Down. So, and the one thing this will help you out, if your dog's ever hurt, he's got something wrong with his feet, his face, cuts, and I've had to do it, is that's when this will come in handy also, is because you're able to hold your dog down, and you're able to them to trust you to hold them down while you pull out a sticker out of their foot or whatever. So it does come in handy besides just getting the leadership thing down. So I hope that helps. Shadow's had fun, and keep posting stuff. I'll keep putting it on there if you guys like it. So y'all have a good one.